And I always say that, I do comedy for selfish reasons. I'm not selling jokes, I'm buying laughter. So I always get to the venue an hour early, hour, 1.5 hour early, and I watch what's going on. And I make my notes, either kuch hua, udhar kuch hua. And I write 3 jokes and I make them work. I accidentally learned how to do SRK while copying Shakti Kapoor. कैसे बताओ तुम कौन हो? तुम गीत हो, मनमीत हो, गुरप्रीत हो, मनमीत हो. कैसे बताओ? Don't do it, go to sleep. So the glass is like this, and the straw is here. And there's a girl trying to flirt with me, but she couldn't find the straw, and she kept going.
Hi everyone, welcome to Famous TV. I'm your host Ekta Jaggi, and today I have with me the sharp-witted, intelligent and extremely suave Nitin Mirani. He is an award-winning international stand-up comic, a host and an actor with over 1500 shows globally. Nitin won the very prestigious title of Laugh Factory USA's top 5 funniest person in the world 2015 in Las Vegas. Notably, he's the first and the only Indian artist to perform at the Statue of Liberty. Whether sharing the stage with Bollywood's Shahrukh Khan or Hollywood's Marlon Wayans, Eddie Griffin and Trevor Noah, today we'll delve into much more about him beyond his career. So let's welcome him. Hi Nitin, welcome to Famous TV. I have a very strong feeling this is going to be a very fun episode. So tell me, how did you discover your passion for comedy?
Well, I think I'm one of those few lucky people who, is their calling is their profession. I've done everything else possible. I grew up in Dubai, as I
Right.
mentioned before, and I'm a typical Sindhi, Mirani. So I
Yeah.
was supposed to get into business. I think one of the opening jokes of my career I remember was, so my brother works in the bank, my father is a banker. So I think one of the opening jokes of my career was that my mother used to call me and say, your father is working in the bank, your brother is working in the bank, beta, you're doing comedy, everybody's laughing at you. So I said that was my opening line of my career, that, everybody told me get a 9 to 5 job or people will laugh at you. I didn't get the job and they are. So that sort of sums up my life. And I think comedy discovered me. I think it was the other way around. And I tried everything else possible. I worked in real estate, sold French fries, I was a fashion choreographer, photographer, events guy. And then one day I just took a leap of faith and I said, I want to get up on stage and do comedy and just express myself. So while growing up, I was an introvert. I still am a little bit. But when I got on stage, I was a different person. And I realized that they accepted this person. They accepted this funny guy very easily.
Wow.
So I said, oh, they like this guy. So why not? And I always say that, I do comedy for selfish reasons. I'm not selling jokes, I'm buying laughter. So when you see me performing on stage, I am much happier and excited than the audience is. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, again, very grateful for the stage and I'm up there doing what I have to. And yeah, laughter is the real vaccine. If I'm getting a chance to be a reason for a smile on someone's face, then why not?
I agree. So tell me about your growing up years in Dubai. You said you're born, brought up in Dubai.
Yes.
Yeah.
So growing up was very interesting because Dubai, as you know, it's a very nice city. It's a beautiful city. It's a very protected city.
I love it, yeah.
Yeah, and when you sort of grow up there, I think one of the best things that I've had is I've had a complete experience with nationalities from all over the world, which again I'm very grateful for the city of Dubai because the way they treat their expats, the way they love the population. So starting say I was friends with the Pakistani, friends with the German, friends with the Russian guy, friends with an Arab. So that sort of really helped me understand world without traveling anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of the highlights of growing up. And even though people say Dubai aisa hai waisa hai, but there's so many Indians and so many Pakistanis there.
Yeah, of course.
You can walk to Meena Bazaar, have your pani puri, have your Sindhi koki.
Right.
They've created a very amazingly livable standard for everybody. मतलब आपको 2 dirham का shawarma मिलेगा. So this is something that I do now. Every time I go back to Dubai, it's a new thing I've started where I go and visit all the old places every time. I love food. So I go and again eat at that one place, which is there since 1972. Take the Abra, which is next to the mandir, which now unfortunately is
Abra.
closer. So Abra is a little boat,
Yeah.
which my father used to travel in also back in the day, and I used to travel in to go meet my girlfriend who was on the other side. The fastest way to get it used to cost 1 dirham,
Oh wow.
and you sit in the Abra, and it's like a full Swades wala scene.
Oh wow.
And you just get to Dera in like 3 minutes. Otherwise, Dera takes 30-40 minutes. So growing up was amazing. I mean, like amazing Dubai, and very, very grateful, yeah, for that city always.
Yeah. So you had a good childhood in Dubai.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have no complaints. I do,
Okay.
but I shall not complain.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You got your first gig in Dubai or?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
My first gig actually was, of course, by accident. But you know, subconsciously, I made that accident happen because I remember it was 13th of Feb. It was the day before Valentine's. And me and my then girlfriend were just walking and we saw this open mic thing. So I said, I want to go and give it a go. So I just walked in and I said, can I get a spot? And they're like, "Theek."
Sorry, how old were you then?
This was around 20 years back.
20 years back.
20 years back.
Oh, wow.
I'm 45 now.
So you've been in the industry for 20 years.
I've
Very
been in
long
industry
years.
for 15, but I've been, 5 years, you know how it goes.
Okay.
It's just,
Yeah.
those are those unsaid struggles and hustles that I did.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to those also.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course. So walked in there and I got on stage, had the worst show of my life, the worst show.
Wow.
And I was humbled within the first 2 minutes. But then suddenly I had a flip and I said, you know what, forget the script. Let me be myself. And the 3 minutes after that, I walked off to a standing ovation. And that
This is your first
my
gig?
first,
Oh,
first,
wow.
first show.
That's
But-
amazing.
But that's when I realized that you just need a genuine urge to make people laugh. Jokes will happen, lines will happen, language will happen. But if you have the genuine urge to make people laugh and you are vulnerable,
Right.
people want that. People want to see who you are. People want to see, you know, ये नहीं कि यार अच्छा मैं यहाँ गया वहाँ गया ये क्या वो क्या. So just couple of things, you know, because I always say with comedy, the beautiful thing is the more personal it gets, the more generic it is. Like I can talk about an incident in my life where I be like, ये मेरे साथ ही हो सकता है. But then there are 4 people and you in the audience going, shit, that was last Monday it happened to me. So it's so beautiful to do, you know, just talk about yourself. And then वो कहते हैं ना खून लग गया. Then there was no turning back. So I said, अभी ये, I took a leap of faith, quit my job, walked out. After walking out, banged my head in the car steering wheel saying, shit, what have I done? But then it was too late. So I disrupted my system.
Wow.
And the disruption helps.
That high that you got after the standing ovation.
Yeah, I mean, that high was, like I mentioned, you know, my childhood was a little trouble. I was an introvert. I was dyslexic. I didn't know I was dyslexic.
Oh, wow.
And to suddenly get that validation, मतलब, you know, 2 लोग आपको नहीं मानते, and then suddenly 200 लोग आपके लिए ताली बजा रहे, and then you go like, यार ये feeling तो अच्छी है. You know, people came, took photos and this and that. That sort of got me going in a direction where I said, you know what, I think I deserve to be happy also. So let me move in this direction because it's making me happy as well. So comedy for me is therapy. When I'm on stage, I'm getting a soul massage.
And comedy is also an art form, you know. So
It's the
has to be therapeutic.
It's the best art form. Humor,
I agree.
comedy, it's like I said, you don't need language. You know, you just have to have a genuine urge to make people laugh and they will smile, they will laugh.
So that was your first gig. Then
Yes.
from there on, you went on doing many shows in Dubai, or you straight came to Mumbai? What was the
So
process?
I think Mumbai, I moved around 11 years ago. I think around 10, 11 years ago.
11 years.
I've been in between. I fell in love with somebody and I moved. And then acting was also something that I was pursuing now. So I said, chalo, acting, because I missed out on a lot of roles.
Yeah.
A lot of really good roles. I was supposed to be in My Name is Khan. I was supposed to be in Rock On. But because I was in Dubai, I was shortlisted. But
Oh, wow.
I couldn't make it there in time. And, you know, it was... So people told me, Adik, tu Dubai mein rehkar, tera India mein acting nahi hoga. So you better
Yeah, obviously,
move.
right.
Yeah. So then I moved.
Oh, so you came to Mumbai to become an actor,
Yes, I am an actor to act.
to
I
act.
always say that, not to
Yeah.
become an actor. I am an actor. I came here to act.
To act.
And I
Okay.
think comedy also was picking up. And like I mentioned, Dubai compared to Mumbai, compared to India or any other city, this place has a lot of masses. यहाँ पे जो झुंड में जो लोग आपको प्यार करते हैं ना, that makes you really famous. And I wanted a bit of that fame. People said, why not? Give it a go. You're a good comic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I moved here and then had my first show in a place called Sophia Baba Auditorium. It was a show. My then brand was called Comic Sutra.
Comic
still,
Sutra.
Still my brand, Comic
Okay.
Sutra. So I had my first Comic Sutra show. It went really well, and I think that's when I understood that chalo Mumbai sort of accepted me.
What was the process when you came to Mumbai? You just started getting
नहीं यार.
gigs, or
नहीं यार.
was there a struggle?
See, I don't call it a struggle.
But what was the journey? What was the process of getting to where you are today?
See, I think the process is very simple, yet it's very complex. The process has been amazing. I can't even, I don't think I have words to describe what the process is, because there is no pattern, there is no algorithm to sort of, you know, become a comedian, get where you are. For many years, I was walking in the wrong direction. So it's like sort of you're walking on a treadmill, and you're doing the activity, but you're not getting anywhere. Now, after COVID, I'm a different person. I've sort of used my voice to talk about mental health, talk about social issues. So I think the process is, to answer your question, is not to come in the way of your own evolution. आप जिस तरह grow हो रहे हो ना, it's like a plant.
Right.
A plant will grow. You can't tell a plant कि आप इस तरह मत grow ना. The plant says कि I will grow. Growing matters. What direction you grow, आप टेढ़ा grow होते हो, सीधा grow होते हो, that doesn't matter.
No, I totally agree, yeah.
I've stopped coming in the way of my own evolution and just trying my best to create.
Amazing. What is your process of writing and testing the jokes that you do?
So I do this one thing. I wish I would. I'll be very honest. I wish I could write more. I'm quite lazy. I have to get back to it, which is my resolution for 2024, that I will write every day. But I do this one thing before every show, is that I will write 3 jokes on the spot once I get to the venue, and I'll make them work.
What are you saying?
Yeah. So that is one challenge that I give myself every show. Whether it's a wedding, whether it's a corporate show, I'll get to the venue. So I always get to the venue an hour early, hour, 1.5 hours early, and I watch what's going on, and I make my notes, either kuch hua, udhar kuch hua, and I write 3 jokes and I make them work. So that keeps me on the edge.
Okay,
Like, it
you're an
keeps me-
impromptu artist.
Yeah, like it keeps me sharp. And I realized that, nowadays, and you'll agree, in the last 8-9 years, even the audience has evolved.
Evolved.
Like आप अगर कॉमेडी देखोगे, आपको पता चलेगा यार ये सेट है और ये इसने अभी बनाया. So when I do something अभी के अभी, you have a lot of respect for me.
Relatability also.
Yeah. And you'll be like, oh my God, he just came up with this now.
Yeah.
You will forget my set, but you'll remember this. कि यार 5 साल बाद बोलेंगे, remember that guy, he did that on the spot. So I am all about being in the moment, creating something out of the moment, and being unapologetic about it. But comedy is everywhere. Like everywhere. Like if you look around, if you have your eyes and ears open.
It's about the perspective also. You
Yeah.
walk into a scene, you observe things, and because you see everything from that lens,
Yeah.
you just can make things up on the
Yeah,
moment.
and like I said, inspiration is everywhere. You just
Inspiration.
you don't choose where you get inspired from. Like if I walk in without looking at the watchman, I always, like if I walk in, I'm looking at everything because it's good for me.
Right.
You know?
It's how you're wired also now, I think, after
Now
so
I
many
am.
years of experience.
Now I am.
Yeah.
But I think people don't do that, and I don't blame them because it's not very easy to do, because especially, in a city like Mumbai, people are wired there. Like time to time, आधा घंटे में ये finish करना है, 2 घंटे में वो करना है.
Yeah.
So they don't have time. But if you just stop, you try. Again, I use this word try so that I don't come across like a Baba preaching. If you try to just be quiet and just look, it'll come.
Yeah.
वो हो नहीं रहा है बहुत लोगों से.
Okay. So do you think comedy industry has also evolved?
Yeah, absolutely.
How has it evolved
I
according to you?
think it's evolved thanks to the audience, because now the audience knows what they want. If I asked you around 9 years back, what kind of comedy do you like? You will not have an answer. Now, if I ask you, you will say, I like political humor, I like dark humor, I like satire, I like observational humor. So that's sort of helping us also decide, ki, chalo, so if you ask me what kind of comedian I'm definitely high on observations. I'm an observational comedian. That's my style. I do a lot of accents. Because I travel a lot, I pick up all sorts of accents. I can pick up any accent in 10 minutes, like to the core. I can't pick up the language, but I'll pick up the accent because
Okay.
I have an interest.
Okay.
I have an interest in it.
Sure. Let's try one. Can you do say something in Hindi with a British accent? Is that possible? I don't know.
मुझे यहाँ आकर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
Oh wow.
I'm really happy
Oh,
to
this was
be
an
here.
easy one.
Oh, is it easy?
I
Okay,
think so.
Chalo, let's put me in the spot. Chalo.
Okay, what all accents can you do? Then maybe I'll give you some situations.
Acha. So the French is very nice. I love the French accent.
Can you do?
My name is Nitin Mirani. It is
Can you
very
do
nice to be here.
Hindi with French accent?
Hindi. You want me to speak in Hindi? ठीक है. मैं ट्राई कर सकती हूँ. इधर बहुत मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है.
Not
Ekta,
bad.
your name is. आपका नाम एकता है?
Ekta. Yeah.
Ekta.
Ekta.
एकता
Yeah.
दो हो गया लेकिन एकता. But बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. So yeah, there you go.
Nice. Okay, so first of all, congratulations that you are the first Indian artist to
Yes.
perform at the Statue of Liberty. Tell me, how did you get that opportunity? What was the process for that?
I hosted an event called the Elite 50 Most Influential Indians. So I've had a very blessed 2-3 years, man. I'm also the first Indian to perform at Eiffel Tower.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, right,
Eiffel
right.
Tower. I performed at the London Bridge itself. So yeah, this was for the awards. And to be honest, I didn't realize I am the first one until I got off the island. As soon as I got off the island, it hit me. I was like, bro, this is quite a milestone. And then, people started messaging. I put some post out, article came out, and all that stuff. So that's when it sort of hit me that it's quite a milestone. And I had amazing company. Shri Gaur Gopal Das was there, and he loved me. I love him. He's so amazing.
Yeah.
Chef Vikas Khanna was there.
Right.
Your Seema Taparia ji was there.
Seema Tapa. Oh, yeah, I
the
think you
matchmaker.
posted some pictures. Yeah, of course.
So overall, it was a beautiful event, and I also had another comedy show there that went really well. So this is through hosting, and like I said, because I get a chance to do comedy whenever I can, I don't
Yeah.
hold back. Yeah, it's quite surreal, but then I'm a Virgo, so on to the next.
I'm
So
sure.
now, but honestly, I've also now, and I want to tell people if there's an opportunity to do this, is I've also stopped putting too much pressure on myself as an individual, because there's one thing that we do which I feel is wrong, and I don't feel apologetic about saying, is that we don't enjoy the moment of success, of actually being grateful.
Yeah.
When you have accomplished something, within few minutes you'll be like, "Acha, abhi next kya?
हाँ, हो गया. Do you want to move on to
So
the
I've
next?
stopped doing that. I will take 2 days to celebrate myself. 2 दिन मैं खुद को celebrate करूँगा, shamelessly.
I celebrate for a day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I give myself a day. I want to
Ah.
eat whatever, I want to
Yes.
do whatever I want
Yes.
to, whether
Yes.
I want to go out, party, but I give myself a day
Yes.
to enjoy.
And that's something that I'm now advocating to people, because we are moving too fast. And
Yeah.
वो कहते हैं ना,
It's very important, yeah.
it's very
of course.
important. It's very important to just stop, celebrate, acknowledge, pat yourself on the back, say good
important.
job, Nitin,
Yeah.
and then sort of transition out of it. वो पुराना वाला मैं भी था कि अच्छा ये कर
On
लिया अभी
everything so
next,
fast, yeah, you
मतलब,
want to move on
next,
to the
next, what's
next,
next,
yeah.
what's next, you're not in the moment.
I agree.
Yeah, much calmer now.
Yeah, I think that's what age also does, and all the
Thanks.
experience.
Of course, no, I love.
Experience and age, come
I
on, like,
lo-
we gotta own it.
I love being 45.
Have you ever landed in any kind of trouble for any of your jokes? You have, clearly.
Have you ever? You mean how many times?
How many times? Okay.
Because I do corporate comedy, I'm a little safe as well. But yeah, I've had moments where I've sort of landed in trouble. Surprisingly, most of the times in Delhi only. I remember I was performing in New York once, and because I'm from Dubai and I'm an Indian, I'm a flavor for them. I remember, I think next to Comedy Cellar, which is a very famous place where Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, everybody performs there. Baju mein tha, a friend of mine took me. It was literally in a basement because New York comedy scene laga hai. And it was like a room as big as this, actually smaller, narrow, and there's a brick wall. And I remember I'm performing, I'm saying something. Suddenly I see something coming towards me. And I must have just done this much. And there's a glass bottle, beer bottle, that boom, it just blew up. So somebody threw a beer bottle at me, and I have no idea. Like, it happened so quick. I was like, watch it, and I went into shock because it's never happened. And a lot of like different, it's very dingy. Like,
But were you hurt?
no, so that's what I'm saying. I was in so much shock. So I know there was something wet here, but my hand couldn't come up to check if it's blood or beer. And I have left the mic and I ran like Forrest Gump. I ran out. I must have run for at least 10 minutes, full power. Because I was scared. And then finally I ended up touching and I was like, thank God, in New York.
In New York.
And I touched myself and I was like, thank God it's beer. Like, मेरे को लगा खून है क्या because नहीं हुआ. And like I've had incidents like this also where people have just threatened me, come up to me for something not that bad. It was fairly okay, but like I said, a lot of egos. Egos get hurt. When you sort of chat with people and all. But then self-deprecating humor helps. So when you are there talking about yourself first, it makes them a little comfortable.
But why do you think comedians use self-deprecating humor?
Because I think it's a great way for us to become friends. The first, if you notice, if I tell you about you and your best friend, the best relationship you have is you both make fun of each other and you sort of pinpoint, and that's what friendship is. So when I get up on stage, like I told you,
I think that's just how men's friendships are, but when it
I
comes
think
to
women
women,
as well.
I don't think so. At
No.
least I don't have friends like that. I don't know.
oh wow, that's
Yeah,
something
we're
new I
really
learned
nice.
today.
We really encourage each other. We give each other compliments, even when they.
I agree.
We're like that,
But हमारे उसमें वो नहीं होता ना, हमारे उसमें malice नहीं होता.
Yeah.
हमारी language ही ऐसी है.
Yeah. I think that's just
So I
how
agree.
men talk. Yeah, you're
like
right.
it's a boy talk.
Yeah, boy talk.
उसके बीच में, उसके पीछे कुछ malice नहीं है कि अरे क्या कर
Yeah,
रहा है?
I get that.
साले चू, मतलब वो ऐसे बोल देते हैं, निकल आता है मुंह से. But it doesn't mean that. But हाँ, I mean that's a very interesting thing that I have not noticed that. But the dynamics are the same. That we are all about knowing each other's
Feelings
secrets.
are the same. Yeah.
And sort of so self-deprecating. Like I did a show in Kuwait, like I mentioned to you, and I think the best testimonial that I keep close to my heart is the Arabic lady watched my show and said that watching Nitin Mirani doing stand-up comedy is like watching your best friend telling your story. And that testimonial, I've got a printout. I've kept it for myself because I have to keep reminding myself that Nitin, this is how your comedy should be. And again, I try. I can't be everybody's friend because some people are just a-holes. You can't be their friend. They're just mean. The energy is wrong. So now I'm वो भी नहीं हूँ martyr की
No
जाके
matter
नहीं.
what you do, you can't please everybody. So I think you shouldn't even be bothered.
Just get up.
Yeah.
So the old Nitin, if I didn't see you laughing in the audience, I would then spend 45 minutes making you laugh. The new one will say, okay, you're not laughing, that's your problem. I will continue making the other 50 people laugh.
Yeah.
So that's the
Perspective switch also,
flip
right?
that I have. Yeah.
So what do you think of the comedians who crack political jokes? Do you think it should...
It's very brave.
Very brave?
Very brave, yeah.
I agree.
I unfortunately don't understand politics. So I can't do political jokes. In Dubai mein to you can't talk about the royal family.
Yeah.
Even though I perform for the royal family in Dubai. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of respect for political, because I think comedy is about challenging authority. I am not challenging authority, I am challenging norms. I am challenging toxic behaviors like parenting, toxic relationships. I'm talking about all that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, child molestation. I talk about, now I'm making a point to talk about all these things also. Because I've realized that I have a voice, people are listening. So let me also say something that will make them think and not just laugh.
Let's talk about your married life. So, do you think sense of humor kind of helps you navigate through
Yeah,
difficult
yeah, of course.
situations?
Of course, yeah. I think sense of humor is such a beautiful thing, yeah. It
Yeah.
can make anybody's day. And I think having a sense of humor is always a plus point. And everybody has it. It's just that people feel shy.
Yeah.
लोगों के पास हंसाने का टाइम नहीं है, हंसने का टाइम नहीं है. That is what scares me. कि आप हंसने हंसने का टाइम नहीं है आपके पास.
Girls are very easily impressed. No, if you can make them laugh, I think that's just you
Good.
won them over, right? It's
Yeah,
just how it.
girls. So I look up to women who laugh and children. I think if you look at a child, you ask me something very interesting. That how is it that people don't laugh at the same thing, a stale joke? You ever seen a child?
Yeah.
You do the same thing to the child 15 times, and the child laughs harder and harder and harder and harder.
Yeah.
We need to learn that, relearn that again. अभी हम ना हमारा दिमाग आ गया ना, तो हम ओवर स्मार्ट हो गए. अरे ये तो जोक सुना हुआ है. See the child. अब 4 बार बू करोगे वो 4 बार हंसेगा, 5वीं बार और हंसता है. So it's a moment.
It's also the utility, right? That you eat one thing once, it's amazing, then you eat it 10 more times, it just feels ordinary. It's just how we humans are wired, isn't
Agreed.
it? If I hear the same joke for 10 times, after a
course.
point, it's not going to be as funny for me, at least.
Again, but what I'm saying is, if you want to laugh, don't stop yourself. हम क्या करते हैं ना, हम stop करते हैं.
हाँ.
अरे ये तो सुना हुआ है यार. You want to laugh, you want to smile. I'm not saying हर joke पे your dad, my mom, your mom, हर पार्टी में वही अंकल जोक सुनाते हैं. He expects you to laugh. You laugh, you smile. Na? So that's what I'm saying. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's just given the right circumstances. Never leave an opportunity to smile.
To smile. I agree, yeah.
हम बहुत वो हो गए. अरे यार, ये वो.
We're very picky to even
क्यों यार?
give smile away for free. Yeah,
मैं तो
yeah.
people get surprised. I smile at everybody. I freak people out. मैं किसी को भी मतलब कहीं भी I make it a point to make everybody smile because I want to.
You like to. Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to because people made me smile. So I'm just giving back. ऐसे नहीं कि मैं बहुत महान नहीं ऐसे कुछ नहीं. They made me laugh. They made me smile. I've been blessed with very good people. Every time I'm in trouble, somebody comes and picks me up. Like I have a Guruji now. He's amazing. I think he's one of the biggest blessings of my life.
Guruji?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rimi. His name is Rimiji.
Rimiji. Okay.
And he's come into my life and he's shown me so many things about just intention सही जगह होना चाहिए. बाकी सब will fall into place. Just have the right intention. And even if you don't have the right intention, don't be so hard on yourself. चलेगा. Be bad also sometimes. क्या है ये? I have to be a good person, good human being. Just forget it. Just be a human being.
You just have to be able to face yourself by the end of the day, no matter what the world does. Ultimately, you know that you have to live with yourself and not be in conflict
Absolutely.
from within. I think that's most important.
I spent way too many years trying to be a good guy. Impossible. You can't.
You can't. Yeah, you can't
be a
please,
good
yeah.
guy. You can't be a good girl.
What's right for you might be wrong for somebody else. So how can you please the whole world? So you better just try and please yourself, I
Absolutely.
think. Do you think you're an alpha man, or maybe
Alpha?
what do you
No.
think being an alpha man is?
No, so I am a very proud, vulnerable. मेरी feminine energy बहुत heavy है. Unapologetic again and abundant. I'm an abundant male. I'm not an alpha, possibly, but I'm a very sensitive man. I'm a very vulnerable man, and I've realized that that's my strength. It's not my weakness.
Absolutely,
I was
yeah.
around the wrong people who always told me, "Arey, you're so weak."
Society wired men differently, yeah.
So I am very proud of it. Again, I have so many alpha men in my family. So that's their part, this is my part. So I'm not trying to be alpha. I don't push them to understand. It's just a mutual thing. You will never find me going, Baba, Baba, Baba.
So being vulnerable is being an alpha for you.
Yeah, of course. Men don't cry enough.
Yeah, why not? They should, yeah.
Men don't cry, to chale rahe. They don't cry enough. So I used to do this in Dubai. So me and my two alpha friends, We used to have crying parties.
What do you mean by two alpha? Describe them.
They are
the
proper
person.
alpha.
Okay.
When you say alpha, na एकदम उनका baritone में है.
Oh, like that.
हाँ.
That's not exactly alpha.
No, मतलब
Okay.
पूरा मतलब baritone से लेकर everything is very like मर्द.
Sounds like some hooligans.
नहीं, they're nice people. So we have something called a crying party.
Crying party.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So and 4 grown-up men get together, have a few drinks, and just cry.
Crib about life and just went out.
Just cry.
I think more men should do these kind of things. Men actually try to put up a strong front in front of each other.
Men and women both.
Women?
There are women also. There are
No,
women
women
also
are
who
still.
do that. Tears has no gender. I always tell people that we are built in such a way that we have something called tear ducts
Tear ducts.
in our eyes.
Yeah.
They're for a reason, na? And it's I call it the sweat of the soul.
Sweat of the soul.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
when
mean,
you when you cry, it's beautiful, यार. मैं तो कहता हूँ, please
Anything
कूद के
about
रो,
it, yeah,
कूद
yeah.
के रो, अच्छे से रो. I never tell people, oh, don't cry. I said, please cry.
And if you have those emotions, if you don't cry, then you're storing negative energy in your body. So it's important to let it all out.
Yeah. So letting out बहुत टाइम लग जाता है और प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना कि हमारे देश में स्पेशली एंड बहुत ही अनफॉर्चुनेट ये जो बनाया गया है कि ढांचा कि आप ये नहीं वैसे नहीं एंड प्रॉब्लम क्या है इट वायर्स यू डिफरेंटली एंड देन आप गलत जगह पे फट जाते हो एंड दैट देन इट कॉजेज अ लॉट ऑफ ट्रॉमा फॉर एवरीबडी अराउंड यू सो आई तो टेल पीपल आई सेड प्लीज रो जितना रोना है रो अच्छे से रो हफ्ते में एक बार
So that all 4 of you guy friends,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you
It's
then
funny.
you'd actually like cry like with tears. Really?
howling.
And like anybody advises them to just be a man and grow up. Like these are the common things that you know we heard from men.
So the key, you know, I keep coming up with these things. The key thing of this session is that you don't advise anybody anything. You let people cry. You know why people don't cry? Because the other person gets nervous. If I start crying right now, सबकी वाट लग जाएगी. So panic. But you just have to be like, भाई को रोने दो. Don't come in the way of the emotion. But हमको लगता है कि मुझे कुछ करना चाहिए. आपको यही करना है कि आप बैठे रहो.
So sometimes we do not cry in front of people is because
Because
how it makes other people uncomfortable.
Correct.
So okay, so you're being considerate by not crying in front of people.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But why?
Never looked at it like this, but
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
Would anybody ever tell you कि अरे यार how dare you be sensitive? How dare you be vulnerable? How dare you be?
But I think there's
vulnerable?
also a culture, no, that people, even
Yeah.
with women, that, you know, don't
Yeah.
be so sensitive, you react to anything and then you're too sensitive. So, yeah, I mean, of course, even in Mumbai, I've met a lot of people. People want you to be vulnerable, but they don't
Yeah,
really know
not-
how to
हाँ,
deal with
वो
you
तो है ना,
being
वो तो
vulnerable.
हमारा कल्चर है यार कि
So,
वर्मा
yeah,
जी का बेटा.
yeah.
Be yourself, but like वर्मा जी का
Varma
बेटा.
ji ka beta. Yeah.
नहीं हो सकते भाई.
Yeah.
तो मैं तो like I've just like I said, if I'm in that zone where I'll enjoy myself, like I have so many people who come up to अरे ये वो नहीं भाई, chill, just it's okay, not required. This who told me this word? New word I learned, faffing.
Faffing.
People
of course.
faffing. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a very popular thing.
A lot of people
in our
do that in
culture.
Mumbai.
In our field also.
Yeah, of
The
course.
same people will meet you at the same party, introduce themselves, ask you. तो मेरे को कीड़े हैं.
क्या?
तो if I meet the same person, there's 2-3 people in my life जो हर पार्टी में मिलेंगे, हर पार्टी मुझसे पूछेंगे what do you do, what's your name, हर पार्टी में.
Really?
पी पाके, हर पार्टी में. तो every time I tell them I do something different. So I tell them I'm an
Interesting.
investor, I'm into real estate.
I'm an astronaut.
I'm a gynecologist. That's a popular one I
Oh.
did recently. So it's just, you go with the flow,
So
yeah.
you're taking firki from people.
Because I realize if, you know, previously I'd be like, अरे यार हो गया ना 3 बार आपको बता दिया मैं हर बार क्यों पका रहे हो? But then I realize क्या है वो अपना
Have fun with it.
मेरे
Yeah.
चिल्लाने से कुछ नहीं होगा. तो I tell him, I said good luck finding me. So right now my name is Gopal. He thinks my name is Gopal. अभी अगली बार मिले मैं बोलूँगा रमेश.
You have to tell me the name of those
Sachin.
people. Sachin.
कुछ भी ना आप बोलते रहेगा.
Achha.
Yeah.
So tell me, are you expected to be funny all the time, wherever you go, whoever
Yes.
you meet? People expect you
Yeah.
say a joke, na?
हाँ,
ऐसा
same.
ऐसा होता है?
होता है.
होता है?
होता है. But like I said, but the thing is, I genuinely like making people laugh. So before you ask me, I'm already making you smile. So I keep it at that. Again, I notice the intention people are coming with. There are two types of intention. One is, hey, you're a comedian. Acha yaar bro, ko joke suna na. And oh, you're a comedian. Yeah, make me laugh. So that energy I don't take. I said, उसके पैसे लगते भाई.
But how do people react generally when you tell them about your profession, that you're a comedian?
So my mentor, Jim Carrey,
Oh, yeah.
I love Jim Carrey as an actor, as a human being. He said something very beautiful that because of being a comedian, na, every time you introduce your profession, it excites people. It's one of those only professions where if you tell somebody I'm a comedian, like, what, you're a comedian? No. Like, you'll never see like, oh, you're a comedian. No. They'll always be like, acha, bro, you're a comedian? Acha, make joke sunao. Like, it always, people show the best side of themselves. So the response is always amazing.
Yeah.
Always. Like when I tell people I'm a comic, like, oh, how exciting. And that's nice. So I don't let them down. I try not to.
So anytime people meet you and they ask you to tell a joke, you do that. Fair enough.
It's homework for me, na?
Yeah.
मेरा rehearsal हो रहा है. They don't realize.
Yeah, exactly.
मेरा rehearsal करा रहे हैं.
And you're as it is good with impromptu jokes.
मेरा रियाज हो रहा है उनके साथ. अब ये है कि अगर कोई, like I said, is troubling you too much and you know you have that wrong energy also. कि हाँ चल चल joke सुना है वो, that disrespectful. So I will not do that to my art form.
Right.
If you genuinely want to sit and laugh, I'll make you laugh.
Do you think that people are generally very offended by some jokes? I mean, especially...
They are getting.
Yeah, by some stand-up comic, they say some joke and people just make a big deal out of it. And people have become very sensitive about...
You know, I used a word called second-hand emotions, second-hand feelings. It's like you're getting offended on behalf of somebody. Like, तुम्हारा अपना वो sense नहीं है. But I respect that also. Sometimes you get offended in a group. You are offended because the two people on your right and left are offended.
Are offended. Okay.
So if you're not offended, they're looking at you saying, what? This doesn't offend you? And then you go like, oh shit, I'm the left one out. Prime example, Animal the movie.
Yeah.
Like the reviews are like, हैं? अच्छा है, बुरा है, क्या है? But a lot of people who are saying बहुत खराब है, they like the movie. But because other people are saying बहुत खराब है, they're like, अरे यार, I don't want to be that person. वो मेरे पे चढ़ जाएंगे. So
you don't want to openly state your opinion because you know that it's not a very politically correct.
Yeah. You got to be mindful with people's feelings. If I know that you are allergic to sushi, I will not serve you seafood. I have to be mindful because I cannot give you seafood and then say, "Hey, क्या है audience, बेकार audience है." नहीं. That's why I get there an hour early. I try to look what's working, what's not working. So you can't just go up and
You
say,
gauge the audience
very
also.
important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah, if they're more Punjabis and like...
In general.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you kind of have to gauge the audience and then...
Yeah. So I think people are ready to get offended. You don't give them a chance. There's always logic behind everything I say.
Yeah.
So, and see, offense का क्या हो सकता है? You know, as comics now, we are what they call energy converters. Now, you could be very happy till you get to my show. Very happy. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to go watch Nitin Mirani. It'll be a great show. मजा आएगा, ये वो.
I'm yet to do that though.
Soon.
Yeah.
And while you're parking your car, somebody bangs your car. तेरा मूड खराब हो गया. अब तू वो energy लेके आई है.
क्या यार? हाँ, then I won't.
Then no matter
find your
what
joke
I'm
funny.
saying,
Yeah.
I'll have to work harder.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So we try our best to convert energy. That's how it is for us, at least.
So you gauge that energy also. Who's come with
I'm very sharp.
what mood?
I'm very proud. I'm बहुत sharp. मेरे को ये सुनाई दे जाता है, मेरे को दिख जाता है लास्ट रो पे आदमी ने क्या कहा है, क्या सुना. Touch wood. I'm really blessed. मेरे को सुनाई देता है.
Good sense of humor is a sign of intelligence. No?
Yes,
sense of humor is intelligence.
Yeah.
You can make people laugh, I think.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
You have to understand patterns of people.
Okay, so you make everybody laugh. Who makes you laugh the most?
Children.
Yeah.
Children make me laugh. My best friend Prakash Bulani makes me laugh. We went on our first boys trip at the age of 43 and we just laughed. Honestly, I don't laugh as much as I would want to and that's again something I plan to do in 2024.
Why
Laugh
not?
more. Because you're working all the time.
Yeah.
Like कुछ अगर एज अ कॉमिक ना क्या होता है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी कोई ऐसा कुछ इंसिडेंट हुआ तो मैं स्ट्रेट अवे नोट करूंगा हंसने का. It's not wired that way. Like first do this, then I'll laugh. But children make me laugh.
So, what is the best joke you've heard?
The best joke I've heard, my joke or a best joke I've
Not
heard?
your joke, but like the best joke
joke
you've
I've
ever heard.
Best joke I've heard. Wow, there's so many. But I love watching Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
And Kevin Hart, no matter what he says, so there's this bit.
I think it looks also funny, no?
Yeah,
That's what.
and he's amazing.
Yeah.
So Kevin does this bit on how if your wife or your girlfriend is attacked by a shark, and the shark takes away one shoulder, like he bites off one shoulder. She's like, I can't be a woman with one shoulder. Like वो पूरा time she'll be, no matter what she wears, there'll be a sash like a beauty queen. The whole set is hilarious. Like I think I watch it every time and I laugh. So that's my ritual. And अंदाज अपना अपना. Like every joke in अंदाज अपना अपना is gold. And Govinda movies. Like
Yeah, I love Andaz.
मैं दो दिन पहले फिर से राजा बाबू देख के आया.
I love this movie called Ishq.
I've
Ajay
seen Ishq
Devgan,
as well.
Juhi Chawla. I love that movie. Yeah.
That is like some of the most amazing jokes I've heard. अंदाज अपना अपना, राजा बाबू, Govinda, and they're such gems. वो बीच में like there's one scene where Govinda is he's in a French Italian restaurant and he's trying to impress the girl. And he goes, do you have she goes, no. Do you have chocolate? Yes. Don't bring it. It's so like it's so
I don't
easy
remember,
flowing.
but I've seen a lot of Govinda.
I'll send you all these memes. Yeah, my friends know me for that. ऐसे अजीब अजीब memes भेजते रहता लोगों को. But yeah, it's just
So Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, Govinda, अंदाज अपना अपना, like full of jokes. Love.
Tell me, what is the best and the worst part about your profession?
Best part is people really love you.
Yeah.
The worst part is that people expect you to deliver every time without flaws.
Yeah.
Every time. Like I started hosting weddings as well. Recently, unfortunately, I did a wedding. Not unfortunately. Unfortunately, the wedding didn't go as planned in the beginning. And people were not laughing. They were not laughing. And somehow, chalo, I managed. I got them
This is at a
going.
wedding?
At a wedding, recently. And somehow I managed and all that. And I ended up hosting and doing what. See, जब तक मैं हंसाता नहीं, मैं स्टेज से उतरता नहीं. वो मेरा खुद का चैलेंज है. I will, मैं हंसा के उतरूंगा. Like वो मेरे को एक बड़ा laughter मिलेगा ना, I'll pack up. Then I will not say कि अभी मिला, let me. So that's why I don't gamble. I'll be like मेरे को laughter वो मिला ना बड़ा वाला, so I walk off. So that is the only worst part where people think that like it's very easy. अरे हंसा दे. Like यार, come on. तुमने मुझे स्टेज पे बुलाया, पीछे तुमने बुफे खोल दिया, बार खोल दिया. Now, no matter who you are, you could be Russell Peters, but you can't come in the middle of
food.
Punjabi and whiskey. ये बीच में अगर आओगे ना वो उड़ा देंगे तुमको. So it's like these are also good instances where so that's the only worst part I would say. Otherwise everything is bed of roses.
Yeah, you need your audience's attention all.
So मेरी लाइफ में जो अच्छा होता है I talk about it. जो बुरा होता है I talk about it. So everything goes into my comedy.
So I know that you do mimicry really well.
I dabble a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, who all can you mimic?
I accidentally learned how to do SRK while copying Shakti Kapoor. Very weird.
SRK while copying Shakti
Don't even ask how it happened. It was just I was doing like, and suddenly I started doing a bit of SRK. And I've had
Okay, start with SRK.
Okay, so give me a situation.
You are buying bananas on the street. Yeah, from a street vendor.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
भैया जी, मेरी आंखों में देखो. मैं जानता हूँ कि आप ये केले बेचकर काफी अकेले फील कर रहे हो. मैं आपको ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि मैं जब भी ये केला खाता हूँ, मुझे यहाँ और यहाँ कुछ होता है. लेकिन मैं ये तुम्हें कहना चाहता हूँ कि केला खरीदने से पहले बीवी से बात कर.
Amazing. You were
pretty
so good. I
Close.
forgot. I thought it was Shahrukh Khan sitting. You
Close.
were giving expressions also like that.
I've
Not
had the
bad.
honor of working with him on stage a couple of times. So I love Shahrukh. Like I
Yeah,
love,
I have also met him. I've always
love,
loved
matlab, love,
Shahrukh. Yeah.
love, love. Like he deserves every good thing that.
But this was so
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah. Okay. Amitabh Bachchan?
So in the last couple of years, I think SRK has gone the other way. So Amitabh would be, रवि और सज्जनों आइए कहते हैं कौन बनेगा करोड़पति आज हमारे साथ है एकता जी क्या है तुम्हारे पास ओह तुम्हारे उसूल तुम्हारे आदर्श किस काम के तुम्हारे उसूल क्या दिया उन्होंने एक किराए का क्वार्टर एक ₹2 का जी and whatever the dialogue is.
Not bad. Okay,
Amitabh is great.
let's do one more. I've seen this one of your video which went viral, where you did the Nana Patekar. I want to see that also.
So नाना का सिचुएशन दे दो कोई बनाते हैं.
अच्छा नाना का situation होगा. Oh, what was that scene which is where he's just talking to a girl where she's dancing and then he's like, अच्छा मैं भी नाचूं तू देगा. Something like I've seen that. It's amazing.
अच्छा है.
Every time I
बहुत अच्छा है. मुझे बुला लिया है इंटरव्यू के लिए. तुम्हारा वॉचमैन को नहीं पता है बिल्डिंग क्या है. कैसा कैसा दोगलापन है ये. मैं यहाँ एक्टिंग कर रहा हूँ दोनों कैमरामैन फोन पे लगे हैं अब मेरी तरफ क्यों देख रहे हो बता ये इंटरव्यू किसका है हिंदू का है मुसलमान का है कैसे बताओ तुम कौन हो तुम गीत हो मनमीत हो गुरप्रीत हो मनमीत हो कैसे बताओ डोंट डू इट गो टू स्लीप
Amazing.
I woke them up also.
Amazing, amazing. Now we come back to the challenge that I have for you,
Chalo.
which is you have to make me laugh, say as many jokes as you can until I cry.
I have won. मैं जीत चुका हूँ. I have made everybody laugh in this room right now. You're laughing right now. Can we get
Nope.
that on camera?
I want another challenge. Okay, that was amazing, but I wanna like properly keep and maintain a poker face, and let's just do it once again. With jokes, of course. There was mimicry. That was for the audience. Now it's the real challenge.
Chalo, so I figured Thai people out. I've also understood that we have troubled them so much, the Thai people, that उनकी आवाज सुनी. Have you heard the Thai people talk? It's not a language. It's a cry for help. Have you heard them? सवादी खाप, खापून खाप, वो यार दर्द हो रही है. And we have caused it. And we have caused it. And the same thing about different nationalities. Are you Punjabi, na, by the way? So Punjabis are lovely people. I love Punjabis. But only problem Punjabis I have is that they single-handedly destroyed ABCD.
ABC.
Because for Punjabis it's not, it's ABCD, EFG, HIJK, L-M-N-O, P. Have you heard that before? L-M-N-O, P. Yeah. So I have my friend Daljit, proper Punjabi. तो दीदी ये क्या है ऐसे क्या लॉजिक है L-M-N-O, P. वो तो कुछ नहीं पैच L-M-N-O, P और चल. Is there? She's really holding it back. Is right there.
Nope.
Oh, this is really put me in a spot. Chalo, let me take on the challenge. Because I don't know what you like to laugh at. But there's one thing that I noticed that happened yesterday. It happened with her, by the way. Can I talk about it? I can talk about it.
Nope.
So I have single-handedly, I have a request to all the bar owners to not give straws to drunk women. Because when they get drunk and they try to flirt with people at the same time, they can't find the straw. So the glass is like this, and the straw is here. And there's a girl trying to flirt with me, but she couldn't find the straw and she kept going. That was not you. That was not you yesterday.
That wasn't me, of course. That would never be me.
That was not her. This is different.
Yeah, please clarify it again if it wasn't me.
That's not her. That's not her. Ho gaya? She laughed.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, not bad.
Good.
So tell me about your future projects.
Future is beautiful. Future is great. I started my own talent management agency called Alter Ego. We're managing talent right now.
Oh, wow.
Got a few projects. I've done a project with Veer Das called PP Petals. Should be releasing sometime soon. I've done a very interesting character, cameo kind of thing.
Okay.
And the tour happens. US, new show. Hopefully writing a new show. Yeah, that's pretty much the direction I'll be moving in 2024. I'm not planning too much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just putting basic skeletons in place.
Yeah, you have a couple of things lined up now.
Yeah. And casting for a few projects also. and hopefully me and Aarti will also produce a web series. We are in talks. So I think 2024, if you ask me, it's going to be a very creative year for me. A lot of creative things will happen. Writing, acting, directing, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So no, I'm not going to stop myself in 2024.
Amazing.
Sab karenge.
Yeah.
Sab
No, we
karenge.
wish you all the best.
Thank
I'm
you very
sure 2024 is going to be your year, my year, and everybody
Everybody's
else.
year.
Everybody else's year.
Yeah, 2023 has been good. It's been kind to everybody. It's been tough after COVID, but I feel there's been a change in people. They've really like kuch karna hai life mein, and
Yeah. There's a different energy right now. Yeah.
lovely.
I
Lovely.
agree.
Everybody's happy. Everybody's done well.
This is going to be our last question. So, do you have
Aakhri sabah.
Akhri sawal?
Phone a friend.
Do you want to phone a friend?
Don't have friends.
No, I think you got this. What are the 3 tips that you'd like to give to the people who want to follow the same path or become a stand-up comic?
I don't have tips. I would like to request them to do open mics. Beautiful quote that I read. The only responsibility of an artist is to create. Try your best to create as much as you can. And I'm going to start doing myself like once a day for an hour, just write. मैंने खुद शुरू नहीं किया है, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता मैं शुरू करूँगा. I think that's the key. And just get up there and make people laugh, man. Just have a genuine urge to make people laugh.
Yeah.
अगर आप शिद्दत से करोगे, हो जाता है. हो जाता है. It's not that big. And if a joke doesn't work, and I always say this, that you become a comedian the minute the joke doesn't work. How you come out of that situation will make you a comedian. So just be open to the idea of making people laugh, and the key is laughter.
Yeah.
So कभी-कभी क्या होता है, you must have noticed कि silence पे लोग हंसना शुरू कर देते हैं.
Yeah.
तो let the laughter echo.
It's the pauses also that are very equally important.
Pause is the game in life. Pause. Most beautiful word of the day. Pause.
No, but I still want you to, tell the audience that if they want to do professional comedy, and what is the process? How do they get professional gigs?
Sure. So basically, you got to start. There's an amazing venue called Habitat in Khar. They do open mics. You can get on those open mics. There is J Spot. There are enough clubs that are sort of there. The idea is don't be in a hurry.
Yeah.
Just let it happen. Just go do your open mics. Ask for spots. Don't feel shy. मैं यहाँ नहीं perform करूँगा, वहाँ नहीं करूँगा, मलाड नहीं जाऊँगा, वहाँ नहीं जाऊँगा. सब जगह जाओ.
Okay.
सब जगह जाओ. And don't be scared of bombing. That fear of failing on stage makes you fail before you fail. So that fear you should try
डर
again.
के आगे जीत है.
हाँ, डर के आगे जीत है. They're not paying us. We should not.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's my only thing.
Okay.
And ask comics. Don't feel shy. अरे इसको मैं पूछूंगा तो ये ना बोलेगा. Be shameless.
Okay.
It's your art form. I always say कि मांगो. अगर उसके बाद देना है तो डबल दे देना. लेकिन मांगो. You should always ask.
Okay, thank you so much,
Most
Nitin.
welcome.
This has been
Pleasure chatting
wonderful.
with you.
Yes,
Yeah, it was
same
great.
here. Same here.
So
I actually
really win
got
that
to
challenge,
know
or
you.
you've been kind to me? I won that challenge.
Yeah, you could have done better, but I'm a difficult person to break, apparently.
Acha, apparently. Maybe you laugh like now. You laugh without saying that.
Are you ready for the candid confession round?
Still ready, still famous.
Okay, let's get started. What's your most embarrassing moment in life?
My most embarrassing moment in life was when I have a few of them. I have a fear also that somebody's waving at me and I wave back, and then I realize they're not waving at me and waving at somebody behind me. I never know how to get out of the situation. And walking into glass doors.
Oh.
That's damn embarrassing.
Have you ever cheated in a relationship?
Yes, I have, unfortunately.
How many times?
Once.
That's it?
That's it, kya matlab? What is this? No, twice.
Twice? Okay. Have you ever been dumped in a relationship?
Too many times.
Too many times?
Yeah, too many times.
Okay.
Yeah, way more than I cheated. Ugly duckling syndrome, na? So I used to go out with anybody who wanted to go out with me. So I've had all long relationships.
So you just...
4 saal.
Anybody that'll show interest in you, just go, okay.
Yeah, that was when my phase was there.
Have you ever drunk dialed an ex?
Yeah. मैं तो घर पहुंच गया था.
Drunk.
हाँ, drunk.
What did you do?
मैं घर पहुंच गया, घंटी बजाया. एंड उसके बाद मैंने सोचा नहीं था क्या करना चाहिए. आई थिंक वहां तक आप लाइक जाऊंगा, घंटी बजाऊंगा, एंड देन वापस आ जाऊंगा. सो आई वेंट, rang the bell, she opened the door, she smiled, I smiled, she closed the door, I went back home.
What nonsense.
I swear.
Tell us one fun fact about you.
All the facts about me are fun. But a fun fact would be that I still like eating baby food sometimes.
PB food.
Yeah. वो छोटा डब्बा आता ना, सेरेलैक वाला. नहीं, दूसरा वो fruit वाला.
I remember the taste of it. I don't know how. Yeah.
So if there's baby food missing in your house, sorry.
When was the last time you lied and why?
I lied to a client. I told him, sir, अभी rate बढ़ाने वाला हूँ 2024 का, तो आप कर दो. And the lie worked.
It worked?
That's the lie.
What's the cheesiest pickup line that you've ever used?
I said, hi, क्या था? I lost my number, can I have yours? ऐसा कुछ बोला था मैंने. Damn cheesy bro.
Okay.
मतलब मैं बोलने से खुद ही को मैंने रिजेक्ट कर दिया. Like the minute I like तू छोड़ तेरे से नहीं होगा भाई.
Share a funny incident from one of your gigs.
I won't take the name of the film, but there is a recent film that crossed 100 crores plus, and they called me up and said, sir, we are a big fan of your work and all that, and हमारी film has just crossed 100 crores, so we want to come and host and do comedy and all. So I gave him my cost. He like, sir, इतना budget नहीं है. I said, तूने बोला 100 crore cross की है. He's like, budget नहीं है. तो he says कि सर एक काम करो ना, आप थोड़ा कम, be less funny and charge less money. I said, how do I do that? He's like, नहीं sir, आप फिर. So that was a really
अच्छा,
funny
bring your
thing.
सस्ता वाला jokes.
Bring सस्ता वाला jokes.
हाँ.
And थोड़ा कम पैसे charge करो. And he was serious. So there you go. ऐसे भी लोग मिलते हैं.
Have you ever ghosted anybody?
You know, I'm against ghosting, but no, I'm not. I'm against ghosting in general.
Yeah.
Because मेरे साथ बहुत तो होता है और मुझे बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है, तो मैं खुद नहीं करता हूँ किसी को.
Your happiest memory?
Too many. Can't think of any right now.
Say one.
So me and Aarti got married. We decided to get married within a week.
Within a week of meeting each other?
Yeah.
What do
No,
you
not week. We met each other, but then within a week we said, "चलो शादी करते हैं," and we flew to Dubai. Had a beautiful Gurdwara wedding. During the Ardas, there's a photo of that also. When I saw her, that was a very beautiful moment. I remember. Yeah, that was nice. It was a sigh of relief that I took, and I somewhere in the presence of Babaji, I said, "Ab sab theek hai."
What's that one lesson that you learned the hard way?
Still learning. Don't be so emotional. If they could, they would. That's one lesson I learned the hard way.
When was the last time you cried?
Last time I cried, last week I think.
What's your biggest fear?
Death of my loved ones.
Okay, now take out your phone, open your Instagram and show us the last person you stalked.
Stalked.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Last person that comes on the top.
Last person that comes on the top. Very unexciting. But there's a thing called NM Design Studio. I was showing it to somebody. So they're amazing people. Shout out to Kashish. He does all my sherwanis, my suits and all. So
Okay. So you stalked your designer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't stalk, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's the last person. And maybe somebody you stalked on Instagram. Like you really went down their profile and, you know.
I like Soho House memes.
Stalking list.
Judge me. Aarti is there. Vipul Goyal is there. He's come up with a new series called Humorously Yours.
Yeah.
Beautiful series about comedians. And yeah, that's it.
Open your photo gallery now.
Done.
Show us the last 5 pictures you took.
Bro.
Oh.
Not bad.
Oh, this you
Intense.
just took outside. Okay, very nice.
And this.
We should have done this before, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this girl.
Oh, hi, that's me.
This is from last night.
Okay. Okay, now open your WhatsApp. So these are 2 tongue twisters that you have to say.
Susie works in a shoe shine shop where she shines. Susie works in a... मैं Susie पे मर रहा हूँ. Can you imagine? Susie works in a shoe shine shop where she shines, she sits, and where she sits, she shines.
Okay, now you have to say it fast. This is 1. Okay.
Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, and where she sits, she shines.
Not
Your
bad.
turn.
Third time. No,
you say.
you have to do it one more time.
Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, where she sits, she shines. Not bad, yeah.
Not bad. Okay.
Susie?
Now the second one. She didn't shit.
She didn't shit.
Okay. Now the second one.
I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I. Yep, this is so shit.
We want
Have you
you
done
to
this
shit.
because of my?
We want you to shit.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit.
Okay.
Easy,
One,
bro.
okay.
I slit the sheet I slit the slit.
Yeah, there, we got it.
Chalo, you got me now.
Okay, one more.
I'm shitting on this sheet, and this sheet that I've shat is the shitty shit.
Okay, good, good. Okay, Nitin, this was a lot of fun. I can't believe I laughed so much. Thank you so much for doing this. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Absolute pleasure. Super fun.
All the
And
best.
Guys, like,
Share, subscribe.